Hello everyone, this is Old School from whatthebuck.net. For some reason the webcam is acting up and I can't do my little graphic intro deal, though it's just a static image, so it's not that excitement. I want to apologize first and foremost to my subscribers for my lack of current updates. Things have been quite crazy over here in Tampa. I've been all over the freaking country. We've actually had a couple of show cancellations because of it, so I do apologize for that. But we are back on our regular off-season schedule, so Thursday nights at 7 o'clock at www.whatthebuck.net, as you can see plastered across my relatively significantly sized midsection. With regards to news right now, the biggest news in Tampa is the coaching carousel. We talked about this in a roundtable discussion last week with Scott Reynolds from the Pewter Report and Tom Krasnicki from 1010 AM here in Tampa Bay. We had a panel discussion really about the different coaching changes with Raheem Morris coming into power, with the entire staff change. I mean, it's probably like a 70 to 80% change in major positions, from Jeff Jagodzinski to Jim Bates to Steve Logan to Pete Manjurian. We got a bunch of guys. We got a bunch of guys with terrific nicknames, obviously. The question is going to be how they're going to actually implement their different schemes. Jim Bates being a more aggressive blitzing defensive coordinator, going to leave the corners and safeties out, going to run more man and press coverages than we've seen probably historically. Going to probably require a little bit of a changing of the guard and the secondary in general, as well as a tuning up of the linebackers for their blitzing scenarios, because we have not been a very good blitzing team historically. To Jag's offense, bringing in the zone blocking scheme on the offensive line, giving the horses we've got up front a chance to really kind of grind people out, and hopefully give our running backs a chance to get some serious yards in the running game. But as of this morning, I had one of our viewers, Buckamaniac, call me and let me know that there's a report on 1010 AM this morning that the Buccaneers have informed Jeff Garcia that they will not be re-signing him and that he should look for employment elsewhere. That is unsubstantiated right now. It was a report on 1010 AM this morning. I want to thank Buckamaniac for getting that in here. So as of 12, probably 14, when I received his text message, the early reports out of Tampa is that the Jeff Garcia era is in fact over. Obviously, the signing of Luke McCown to a contract similar to Jeff's from last year, this was almost a foregone conclusion that Luke would get a legitimate shot at competing for the starting position. Now, there's a lot that's left to discussion here, whether we're going to go after Josh Freeman, whether we're going to go after a free agent quarterback, what we're going to do in the quarterback position, because right now with Luke, Brian, and Josh, that's a bit of a thin lineup. Brian was serviceable last year, but I don't think anyone feels particularly comfortable with him going into this season as our sort of veteran leadership. And then with Josh, I still think he's probably 2 years removed physically and mentally from being able to take it to the next level. He's still built like a younger, I was going to say like a 12-year-old girl, but that's not true. But, if you watched him in training camp last year, he's certainly not ready for football at this level. Now, I do like Luke McCown. I think Luke McCown's a good direction, but we do need to bolster the quarterback ranks. And we'll have a chance to do that here in the offseason through free agency and through the draft. Now, this Thursday, pending some schedule issues, we should be live at 7 o'clock at www.whatthebuck.net. Our boy, the Danish Wonder from Denmark, predictably, will be doing his draft preview, where he'll look at some of the top talents. There's a lot of discussion about Josh Freeman, discussion about Percy Harvin, there's discussion about Peria. There's all sorts of discussion about who we're going to take when we get a chance to draft. But obviously, you have no idea how this is going to all play out, given what's out in free agency with Hainsworth and Hushmanzada and these cats that are out there. Drew Rosenhaus thinks everybody's available, so we'll have to see how that works out. But right now, big topics in Tampa are the coaching changes and how they're going to integrate, how those new people on the staff are going to be able to take advantage of the talent that we do have, and then how we're going to fill our holes. We've got a bunch of holes here in Tampa that we got to fill, and we'll be covering some of those in YouTube snippets in between shows on Thursday night. So thanks again for subscribing. Thanks for tuning in. If you don't mind rating videos, let me know how you think we're doing here at What the Buck. I know that these are usually quick hits because YouTube's a smaller format for us. But if you do want to hear more in-depth discussion about what we're talking about and what we do at What the Buck, come on over to the website at whatthebuck.net. Thanks again. Take care.